Hey guys, welcome back to Rain City Game. It's your boy Blackfire, and today we're going to be taking a look at my PS5 Game Collection. I haven't done a Game Collection video in a couple months, so I figured I'd go ahead and do this one. Of course, with it being the PS5 current gen, my collection is still growing, so let's go ahead and jump in. And start with the first game here, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. And it's an okay game, pretty easy to platinum. If you're into getting the platinums, I am. I got almost 200 platinums, so when I do that, I will be doing my 200 platinum video. I think you can get this game pretty cheap now. It's been out for a while, and mine is damaged. How the hell did that happen? Huh, weird, okay. Well, anyway, that's that one. The first one, I should say. Next up, we got A Plague Tale Requiem. This game is really, really, really good. I highly recommend it. Another pretty easy game to platinum if you use a guide. I think it took me a while because I had to, go back and get a lot of collectibles, stuff like that. So be sure to use a guide if you want to platinum that your first time through. Like I said, I highly recommend it. Pretty simple game, not too hard. Next up, we got Hitman 3. A very enjoyable game. I did not platinum it because it's pretty tough to platinum. I don't know if I'll go back and do it. It's a pretty tough game to platinum, that's for sure. But definitely very fun to play. Next up, we got Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Yay! This game took me about 130 hours to platinum. God, it was terrible. I didn't like this version of Assassin's Creed because it had nothing pretty much to do with Assassin's Creed. You don't sneak around, you're not trying to hide in the shadows, and none of that. You just go raid villages and just, God. Yeah, so my least favorite Assassin's Creed game for sure. Next up we got Tormented Souls. If you like old school survival horror, you will love this game. It's very much like an old school like Resident Evil 1 back in the day. Very fun game. They even did like the very odd voice acting that was kind of around at the time back in the early 2000s where the voice acting wasn't perfect. So they actually replicated that for the game, which I really appreciate because I love these old survival horror games. Because nowadays you get mostly walking simulators. If you watch my channel, I do a lot of survival horror games, and a lot of the games are walking simulators, which is kind of upsetting. I like a little more combat, a little more puzzle solving, stuff like that. But anyway, next up we got Demon Souls. This was actually very easy for me to platinum. A lot of people say the game was pretty tough, but I played with my buddy because it's more fun to play with friends. So yeah, I platinumed it. I think just in 2 or 3 days. It was pretty simple actually. But yeah, that's that. Next up, we got Spider-Man Miles Morales. Another super easy platinum. Won't take you too long if you want to platinum it. I think you can get it now for pretty cheap. I don't know how much it's going for. I think it came with my PS5 for free, I think, when I bought it from GameStop, I believe. So, yeah. Next up, we got Demon Slayer. I can't pronounce the name, so Demon Slayer. I've never watched the anime. I know it's a Shonen Jump anime, so I might watch it someday. I know it's very, very popular. When I used to go to the anime conventions, a lot of people would dress up as the characters, and I'm like, who are these characters? Because there's so much new anime now. I'm from back in the day when, Ghost in the Shell, Ninja Scroll, stuff like that. So all the newer anime I don't know too much about. But yeah, it was fun. I'm not really good at fighting games, so I don't play very many. As you'll see in my collection, it's probably going to be one of the only ones I have. But yeah, moving on. We got Chorus. I had no idea what this game was about. I bought it for I think $30. It's like an outer space spaceship shooter. I can honestly say I don't play very many of those at all. I think this might be the only one I actually own. So it's okay. The story's a little weird. I'm close to getting the platinum. I might go back and get it one of these days, but I got so many games in my backlog. I just put this one on the shelf for now. I'll go back one day and try to get the platinum for that. Next up, we got Far Cry 6. This one I didn't like that much. 3, 4, and 5 were okay. This one I just didn't really get into it. I did get the platinum though, but the story was kind of eh. Yeah, I feel like play co-op with your buddies and play the game, probably make it a lot better to play. So pick it up if you want to play co-op with your buddies. Next up we got Guardians of the Galaxy. Not too hard of a platinum to get. I enjoyed the game, definitely. It just took a few playthroughs to get everything, do everything. Kind of grindy. But use a guide, you'll get the platinum, no problems. I think it goes for pretty cheap. I think I got this for like 20 bucks when it was still pretty new. So yeah, the price dropped on the game very quickly. Next up, we got Martha is Dead. The game was a little controversial when it first came out because they seen it as being too graphic, so they censored the PS5 version, but you could still play it uncensored. They just had an option they added in there to censor the game more because you do some pretty grotesque stuff in the game. But very, straightforward, very simple game. Just another walking simulator, solve minor, small, tiny puzzles that aren't too hard. Very easy to platinum, not too long of a game, so pick it up if you want to get a pretty easy platinum. Next up we got, here we go, Elden Ring. I actually did platinum this one. I think I played it for like 400 hours because I was helping people beat like Millennia, helping people beat the last boss. I can't remember the last boss's name. Is it Godfrey? I can't remember, gosh. But yeah, everybody knows about this game. It's not too much I gotta say about it, everybody knows. So we'll be moving on. Tales of Arise. I love the Tales games. I have a lot of them. I really enjoyed this one. Really good story. It had a very slow start. It takes a while to get going. But once it does, it's really good. Highly recommend it. With it being a JRPG, it's going to take a long time to platinum. Maybe 60 to 80 hours. I can't remember exactly how long it took me. But I love Tales games, so it's worth it. I might get the DLC, but right now the DLC is like 40 bucks. I'm like, I ain't dropping $40 on a DLC. No freaking way. I'd rather get a whole nother game if they get charged that much for it. Just make another game. But anyways, moving on. We got Alan Wake Remastered. Everybody knows Alan Wake. If you don't, it's a really good game. Survival horror. I originally bought the original one for $360. God, was that 2010? Quite a long time ago. So yeah, this is the remaster. They redid the graphics, all that stuff. And pick it for yourself. It's pretty easy platinum. Use a guide. You'll get the platinum. Like, I'm trying to think how long the game is. It's not that long, so it might take you a couple, 2 or 3 sessions. If you game like me, I could play for like 10 to 14 hours, a day. I'm really going for those platinums. But yeah, moving on. Returnal. I really enjoy this game. It's really brutal. Only thing that sucks is, I wish there were more levels. There were biomes, whatever they call them. So it kind of just makes the levels like procedurally generated. Am I saying that word right? I don't think I'm saying that word right. But yeah. And sometimes like the collectibles you need for the game might not be in the zone that you need, so you got to restart the game over again. Hope and pray that the collectible you need will be in that zone. That's the only thing I hated about trying to get the platinum for this. I did get it, but it was so frustrating. It took quite a while. It might have took me maybe 60 to 80 hours. I can't remember. It just took me a long time to get the platinum. So if you want a challenge, pick this one up. Next we got House of Ashes. I enjoy these kind of horror, movie type games. I'm a huge horror movie guy. I love horror movies. So these games are right up my alley. They're more walking simulators than anything else, but I play for the story because, like I said, I like horror movies. So I like playing it. I will go back and get the platinum one day. It's just with the trophy I was going for glitched. I didn't get the trophy after playing the whole game, pretty much till the end. The trophy didn't pop, so I was pissed and I just uninstalled it. I'm like, yeah, I'll go back, someday in the future. I'm not playing through the game again another 6 to 8 hours. Then have the trophy pop again. I'll be frustrating. But yeah, if you like these kind of horror movies and horror games, pick this one up. I highly recommend it. It's just like a Man of Medan, and the other one. What was the other one? I just played it on the channel not too long ago, like I think a year or two ago. Oh, what was it? But the serial killer. I can't remember what it was. Next we got Akai. Very simple indie horror game. I really can't say much about it. The story is a little thin. But it's very easy to platinum. If you want to get an easy platinum, pick up this game. It's pretty cheap too, I think. You can get it for like a few bucks now, I think. Yeah, pick it up if you want to get an easy platinum. Next we got Phobia Saint Defina Hotel? I can't pronounce that language. I think that's Portuguese, I think. And my phone is ringing. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, guys. I am back. Sorry about that. My phone rang, and I can't have that going on in the background while I'm trying to talk. Anyway, I was saying, this game, pretty good game. If you like Resident Evil, you will love this game. This is a really good game. I highly recommend it. It wasn't too hard to platinum. Definitely a lot of fun. Like I said, if you like Resident Evil, this is right up your alley. It's really good. A lot of people slept on it. I don't see too many people, talking about anything. But it's really good game. I highly recommend it. Pick it up, guys. Got my stack over here about to fall over. Next, we got Oxide Room 104. This game's pretty easy to platinum, pretty short, but it is not a good game. Pretty terrible. And I think I paid 40 bucks for it, so I was very, very upset how the quality of the game, it's just not good. It's just awful. But if you want to easy platinum, pick it up. Like I said, you can just steamroll the game. Like, I think you can get through it like an hour and a half. It's a really short game. And very easy to platinum. Use a guide. You'll platinum. In one day, you'll have to platinum for this game if you want to, go for it. So pick it up for cheap. Don't get it like I pay full price, 40 bucks. You can get it for 5 bucks, get it for 5 bucks. All right, easy platinum. Next up, we got Destroy All Humans 2 Reprogrammed. I never played the originals back on, was it PS2? So when these came out, I had to pick them up. I got the first one, I think, was it PS4? And this one's PS5, so yeah, I enjoyed it. It wasn't too hard to platinum. Unlike the other one, I couldn't platinum. It just frustrated the hell out of me. So if you want to easy platinum, pick it up. Especially for those that played the PS2, it's a lot of nostalgia. They redid all the graphics, everything. It looks beautiful. So yeah, pick it up if you want. Yeah, if you want to. Next up, we got The Quarry, another horror movie survival game, which I like, which I said before. This one I have not platinum yet because, like I said, with these games, you gotta go through the game like over and over and over and over, and there's like no skipping in the cutscenes. And when the game's like 8 hours and you're watching the same cutscenes over and over, you're just like, yeah, I'm done. I just can't do it. Then I think a few of the trophies were glitched when it first came out, so that made me just stop playing it too. To go through the whole game and not get the trophy you were going for. It's just so maddening. But like I said, if you like horror movies and gaming, this is for you. Moving on. Next up we got Madison, another survival horror game. Like I said, more walking simulator than anything else. I don't think there's any combat that I can remember. Story was kind of crazy. I enjoyed the atmosphere, all that stuff. I saw a lot of bigger YouTubers playing this. So it's pretty easy to platinum if you use a guide. I think you can get it for pretty cheap now. So yeah, if you like horror, pick this game up, guys. Oh, my stack is leaning to one side. Alright, next up we got God of War Ragnarok. I don't have to say much about this game. Everybody played it. Everybody knows what it's about. So we're going to be moving on. Alright, next we got Resident Evil 8 Village. Everybody knows what this game's about. I don't have to say much about it. I got the platinum. Pretty easy. And we'll be moving on. Now, all these games are super popular. Everybody knows about. Next up we got Absalom, End of Gods. I think it's like Norwegian myth lore, whatever, but it's like in outer space. It's kind of weird. I didn't platinum it because the game is just really, 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 really weird. But yeah, I think it was cheap. If you're into like the Norse mythology, stuff like that. But like I said, horror sci-fi, yeah. So if you're into that kind of stuff, pick it up. The game's okay. I'll probably go back one day and platinum it. I got, like I said, so many games I've got to get through, so moving on. I did play this on my channel, didn't I? I think I did. So check it out on my channel to see what the game's about. Next up we got Callisto Protocol. Everybody knows what this is about. From the guys who made Dead Space. They made another game because they're no longer with the original, was it Visceral Games was their original company? But they got shut down, so they formed a new company and made this game. It's okay. I just hated the combat. It was so, so much melee combat and all the dodging and stuff. I just got really, really annoyed. But I did platinum it. Took a while, but I did get the platinum. So, moving on. Move this stack over a little bit, guys, before it falls over. Alright, need to get to the wall over there. Let's see, we got Crisis Core Final Fantasy 7 Reunion. I enjoyed this. I think this is a port of, or a remake, or a remaster of the PSP game. So it was enjoyable. You see a little more backstory about Final Fantasy VII, other characters before the events of Final Fantasy VII. So if you're into Final Fantasy VII, pick it up. I highly recommend it. It was not too hard to platinum, since the game originally was around for so long. There's a lot of guides out there to help you, get some of the trophy stuff like that, so you won't struggle too much. Next up we got Dead Space Remake. Everybody knows about this. I don't have to say much about it. The platinum was pretty easy. Yeah, moving on. What can I say? Everybody knows Dead Space. There we go, Forspoken. Yeah, this game was very controversial because the bad, let's say, dialogue. and the main character was very unlikable. But I did platinum the game. It took me, I think, maybe like 60 hours. It's not the worst game I played. I like the open world. I like the traversal, stuff like that. It was interesting. The combat gets better when you unlock more abilities. So if you want to check it out for yourself. But like I said, some of the writing, some of the acting is kind of grating. But yeah, moving on. Next time we got Hogwarts Legacy. Everybody's played this. Everybody loves it. I don't have much to say. I did get the platinum. The only problem I had with the game was one of the items I collected glitched. I think you need 604 items. I collected all 604, but the game said I only had 603. So I had to start a whole new game all over, collect all the items again, just so I can unlock the platinum. That was very frustrating because it was fun the first time, not so fun the second time because of the glitch. Oh God! But yeah, everybody knows about this game. It was controversial when it came out because I'm not going to go into politics, all that other stuff. But yeah, moving on. Here we go. The Chant indie horror game. There's kind of combat in this one, I think. I can't remember. I haven't played it in a while. I will go back and get the platinum. It's just I moved on because I had, like I said, a lot of other games to play. I was looking at this one the other day because I was trying to get my 200 platinum trophies. So I might get this one for my 200 platinum trophies, so we'll see. But moving on. Next up we got Star Ocean, the second story R. This is Star Ocean, originally, was it 2 or 3? Crap, I can't remember now. Brain fart. Anyway, I did play the original on PlayStation. God, that was a long time ago. I want to say back in 1999? 2000? I can't remember. It was a long time ago. So when they made this one, they redid all the backgrounds, everything, new graphics. It's a really, 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 really good game. If you like JRPGs, old school stuff, I highly recommend this. If you get this, you will love this game. Moving on. I did get the platinum for that one too, if I didn't say it. We got Resident Evil 4. Everybody knows about it. I don't have much to say. I only have one more trophy to get the platinum. Oh, excuse me. I think it's in the shooting gallery. I just need 3 more stages, but I really, really hate mini games and games, especially shooting galleries. So trying to get through it for me is just very, very aggravating. I'm just not good at that kind of stuff. So it's frustrating. I've tried so many times to beat it. I just can't seem to do it. It's driving me nuts. But I'll go back eventually and get that. I just need to sit down for like a good hour and just give it a good try. So yeah, moving on. Next up we got Atelier Ryza 3, sorry. Now, at first I thought it was called Atelier, but Atelier, it's a French word. I didn't know for the longest time, but for years I've been calling this game Atelier, so I feel kind of stupid. But yeah, this game is definitely very, very, very enjoyable. I think I already showed you guys, I had the first 2 games, played those, platinum both those games. I platinumed this one too. Wasn't too hard. Of course, with the JRPG, it's going to take a little bit longer because, you know, the length of these games, a lot of stories, stuff like that, a lot of collectibles, a lot of things you got to do. But very enjoyable. If you played any of the Atelier games, you will love this game too. Moving on. The Medium. A lot of people did not like this game, but I thought it was kind of okay. I actually started playing it in 2001, hit a glitch trophy, didn't play it again until like sometime this week, and I got that final trophy I needed for this game to get my platinum, so now I got the platinum for this game. Happy about that, finally. It's an okay game. It kind of reminds me of a little bit of Silent Hill with the psychological stuff. Now, it's good at Silent Hill too, but some of the stuff was kind of like that. So I can see what they were going for. If you're into like survival horror, or sorry to say again, walking simulator, you'll like this game. It's okay. It's not the worst game out there. I enjoyed it. So yeah, moving on. We got Final Fantasy 16. It's a game, kinda. A lot of cutscenes, a lot of long cutscenes. Kind of too many long cutscenes. When you do get to play, it is fun to play when they let you play. Just all the cutscenes. Good God, there's a lot of cutscenes. So it's more like a movie than a game. But yeah, everybody's talking about this, they know about it. So yeah, let's move on. We got Daymare 1994 Sandcastle. I enjoyed this one. It's a lot better than the first game, that's for sure. The first game I did not like at all. This one is so much better. I really enjoyed it. I did get the platinum. I highly recommend it if you're into survival horror. This one is going to be definitely right up your alley. If you like Resident Evil and games like that, you will love this game too. Next up we got Scarlet Nexus, and this one I haven't even opened because I did have it on the when I had that, was it PS Premium? This was on there for free, so I was playing it on there. But the one I canceled PS Premium, I wanted to continue playing the game, get the platinum. So I did pick up a copy for myself. I think it was like $5, brand new. As you can see, it's still in the plastic. So I will go back and get the platinum for that one day when I get a chance. I did enjoy the game, so I'll go back and play it again eventually. Next up, we got Lords of the Fallen. It's a Dark Souls clone, just not as good as Dark Souls. I played through it one time with my friend. We agreed we're not going to play through it again because it's just, it just wasn't very fun. There's just too many enemies, too densely packed. You're constantly having to attack. There's just too much going on. You sometimes just want to explore and enjoy the world. You just can't do it because there's too much going on. Too many enemies. They need to thin all that out. Much more enjoyable. But yeah, you've seen videos on this. So yeah, moving on. Just As peas, I really enjoyed this game. This game is a lot better than that last game I just showed you as far as Dark Souls go. Highly recommend this game to anybody that likes Dark Souls. Very enjoyable. I enjoyed the story. I might go back and get the platinum. It's just with these Dark Souls kind of games, they do wear you down because they are pretty tough. You know, they're not impossible. They're just tough. It just wears you down. So I'll go back and get the platinum for this. I think it has a pretty high platinum rate too, like 3 or 4%. So yeah, I'll go back eventually and do it. Next up, we got Lord of the Dark. Remake of the original, or should I say reimagining, because they changed a lot of things about it. Yeah, I liked it. It was okay. It wasn't the worst game I played as far as survival horror. It's a little, I don't know what to say. A little weird, but yeah. If you want survival horror, I think it's pretty cheap right now. Pick it up. I did say I had the plot for that, right? Yeah. Next up, another controversial game for a lot of people. Stellar Blade. I really enjoyed this one. I did get the platinum. Had a lot of fun doing it. I think it took me 2 playthroughs to do it. Yeah, because you have to get 2 endings or 3 endings. I can't remember. I think it was 2 endings. Was it 3? Damn, I don't remember. But yeah, you gotta play it through at least twice. I know that much. So I highly recommend you pick this one up if you like games that are hack or slash, whatever. Yeah, pick this up. I highly recommend it. Next up, we got Rise of the Ronin. Game's okay. It's kind of like Ghost of God, I can't even speak. Ghost of Tsushima, if I pronounce that right. But I like Ghost of Tsushima better than this one. This game's more, God, I can't put my finger on it. Like, it wants to be The Witcher and Ghost of Tsushima as far as, like, if you play it, you'll see what I mean. Yeah, it's okay. I did get the platinum. It wasn't too hard. You should be able to get it pretty quick, too. It's not a hard game at all. And moving on, we've got Horizon Forbidden West Collector's Edition. Comes with all those goodies in there. Still bookcase. Little art book. So, yeah, I think this was like $80 when I got it. So not too bad. The game's okay. I like the first game better, though. Because when you're in... How can I say? I like the first game better because you're being introduced to the world and everything about it. So when you play the second game, you already know what's going on, all other stuff, you know, pretty much the whole story. So this one doesn't really add a whole lot, you know, so... But yeah, moving on. It's an okay game. Pick it up. I recommend it. I did get the platinum. Wasn't too hard. Next up, we got Ad Infinitum. That's I believe, I asked my mom because it's German for infinity. So I don't no longer speak German. I spoke German, God, back when I was like 5 years old, fluent German, or High German. Then we moved to the States. And since nobody here speaks German, I had no reason to speak German anymore. So after all these years, I can't remember a single freaking word. But yeah, it's an okay game. Pretty easy to platinum. It's another walking simulator. You'll get through it pretty quick. I think you have to play through it at least twice to get all the endings and collectibles. So if you want to solve the horror walking simulator, pick this one up. Pretty easy to platinum too. Next up we got Fort Solis. This is another walking simulator. I wouldn't say necessarily horror, more, I guess you could say horror, like slasher horror. I didn't spoil it for you. But it's sci-fi, you know, I love sci-fi movies and stuff like that. So if you like that kind of stuff, like stuff about Mars and all the other stuff, then yeah, you'll like it too. And I think that should do it for the PS5 games. Hey guys, Future Me here. I realized while I was editing this video, I forgot one game. I don't know why I keep doing that. Anyways, I'm going to show you the last game right here. It is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I actually did an unboxing to this when I first got it. So that's definitely on the channel. So go ahead and check that out too. And that should be it for my PS5 games. Once again, sorry for, jumping in here again to show this last game. Because that should be it for my PS5 games, other than my digital games, which I'm just not going to show. You really don't get to have those. You can't trade them in. You can't sell them. I guess you could put them on a hard drive. But I'm going on actual physical media. So this will be it. But back when I did my PS4 game reveal, or showing my collection, there is one game I forgot to show you guys. And that is the Dead or Alive Extreme 3. I can't even get it on camera. It's so freaking big. Yeah, so I got this bad boy. I think I had to get off PlayAsia.com because they would not sell this in the States. So I think they're out of Hong Kong. I could be wrong. So leave a comment. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, open up real quick. I did do an unboxing of this video when it first came out a long time ago. It comes with the PS4 version and the PS Vita version. I don't have a Vita, so I had no reason to even open that one. So yeah, I got those two. If you guys remember, I went to my unboxing video a long time ago. God, when was that? 2015, 2016? I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But anyways, that's my PS5 collection, plus this PS4 game I'm showing now. Is there anything else? I don't know. With that, guys, I will see you next time. I might do more game pickup videos when I get more PS5 games, because there's a lot of games coming out this fall. But we'll see. I'll see you guys next time.